Hello, friends. Welcome to our math adventure. I'm Mrs. Fithian, and I'm going to take you on a math journey today. We are going to help some forest friends solve a problem using math. Have you ever had something go missing and you had to figure out where it went? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. By the end of our lesson, we'll understand how to solve take-from problems in subtraction or math, where something's taken away and we have to use math to figure out what's left. Let's jump into our story, Forest Friends, Vanishing Snacks. Deep in the heart of helping forest so wide, four best friends played side by side. Sally Squirrel, swift and sly, gathered acorns stacked up high. Sally Squirrel, quick and neat, loved collecting acorns sweet. Gina Giraffe, so tall and bright, reached the leaves with all her might. Robert Rabbit, fast and free, could hop as high could be. One bright day, with joy increased, they prepared for the great forest feast. They each brought food to share with care, a special treat for all to spare. Sally Squirrel had acorns, Marvin Mouse, cheese. Gina Giraffe picked leaves fresh from the trees. Robert Rabbit dug carrots, plump and round. They placed them all upon the ground. Then off they ran, both near and far, to tell the others where they are. But when they came back, oh, what a sight! Sally Squirrel gasped in pure fright. Our food is missing! Oh no, oh dear! The friends looked round, quite unclear. How can we find out what went away? Robert Rabbit wondered with some dismay. Marvin Mouse's whiskers twitched so fast. Let's count what we had in the past. Sally Squirrel counted 5 acorns, yet now I see all 5 are gone, there's none for me. Marvin Mouse checked 3 pieces of cheese, but now there's 0. Oh, help us, please. Gina Giraffe stretched and gave a cheer. My 4 leaves are still all here. Nothing taken, so what does that show? The number stays the same, we know. Robert Rabbit wiggled his nose carefully. I had 6, now there's only 5 for me. That means just 1 has disappeared. 5 comes before 6, it's as we feared. Just then they heard a tiny crunch, a little munching, a little lunch. Behind the stump, so small and round, Charlie Chipmunk made a sound. His cheeks were full, his eyes so wide. Oh dear, he said, then tried to hide. I didn't mean to steal your feast. I felt so hungry, like a beast. Sally Squirrel laughed and shook her head. There's no need to sneak, Sweet Sally said. Next time, just ask. We're happy to share. There's always enough when friends play fair. So Charlie Chipmunk joined in their counting fun, and soon they found more math to be done. When you take all, you just get 0. When nothing leaves, it stays the hero. Subtracting 1 is easy to do. The number before is the answer for you. And when 1 less is what you take, you're left with 1. That's no mistake. Math is magic, they cheered so bright, as number danced in morning light. Then once again, with food anew, they shared their feast with all they knew. A day of fun, a lesson learned, with kindness shared and friendships earned. And Charlie Chipmunk, not missing a beat, learned to always ask before taking a treat. The end. Wow, what a fun story. Our forest friends were preparing for a feast and gathering food, and then suddenly their food disappeared. Did you see how our friends solved their mystery using math and numbers? When something is taken away, we can use subtraction to figure out what's left. Toward the end of the story, I noticed this page. Did you? Now there's a lot happening, and it's a little easier if we go one at a time. Our forest friends are showing us 4 rules that we can use when we're subtracting. So we're going to take each one at a time. At the end of the story, this is what Gina Giraffe says. When you subtract 0, you get the number you started with. Think about what that might mean. We're going to look back and see in the story what happened to Gina Giraffe. My 4 leaves are still all here. Nothing taken, so what does that show? The number stays the same, we know. So Gina Giraffe had 4 leaves. And after the chipmunk took the food, she still had 4 leaves. So how many leaves did the chipmunk actually take? If you said 0 or none, you're right. Let's use our hands to figure that out. So Gina Giraffe had 4 leaves. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the chipmunk took none away. So hide 4 fingers, or 0 fingers, sorry. And we're still left with how many? 4. So that's what Gina Giraffe is telling us. Let's try it with something else. I brought some animals today, and I'm going to put out 5 of them. Count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if I take away 0, like what happened in the story, do I take any away? No. So how many do I still have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good job. All right, I also know another way that I can practice math. Whenever I get stuck, I like to use a picture. Now, you've already shown me how smart you are by showing on your fingers, and we used my stuffed animals, but let's try drawing a picture. So I will use green, just like the leaves. Gina Giraffe had 4 leaves. So we'll pretend these are our leaves. Let's count them just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the chipmunk is going to take 0 away. So will I cross out any of these? No. So let's count how many we still have left. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Later today, we will learn how to write a subtraction sentence to show what we've done. But for now, we'll stick with just our picture. Another friend in the story was Marvin Mouse. He said, when you subtract all, you get 0. Let's look back in the story and see what he means. Marvin Mouse checked 3 pieces of cheese, but now there's 0. Oh, help us, please. So Marvin is saying he had 3 pieces of cheese, and when he came back, he had 0. So how many pieces of cheese did the chipmunk sneak away? That's right. If you said 3 or all of them, you're exactly correct. Marvin Mouse had 3. Show me 3 on your fingers. Good job. Let's count to be sure. 1, 2, 3. And when we take away all, that would be everything we're holding up. What do we have left? 0. That's right. Okay, let's try it again. We'll use some different animals this time. This time, let's use 6. Let's count to make sure I'm correct, because I don't think I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want that guy. I said 6. Okay, so we're doing 6. Here we go. Now, if we said we're taking away all, we're going to take all of them away. And how many do we have left? 0. That's right. So I wonder if we could do that also with a picture. So let's go back, and this time let's pick 10. That's a big number. Let's try 10. We'll keep our green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and the rule is that if we take away all, we'll have 0 left. So now let's get rid of all of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how many circles would we have left? None. So if we have a number and we take away everything, we're left with nothing. One more thing we could do, and I bet you're up for the challenge, is let's try thinking in our heads, what if we had 100 pennies? Now, I don't have 100 pennies, and I'm not going to draw them. So let's think in our head. If you have 100 pennies and we take away all of them, how many would we have left? That's right, 0. We could do that with 1,000. We could do it with 10,000 or 1,000,000. Whatever we have, if we take away everything, we're left with 0. Okay, let's take a look at our rabbit. Our rabbit says, when you subtract 1, the answer is the number that comes before the total. Now I'm going to say that again because I'm a little older than you are and I need to hear that twice. When you subtract 1, the answer is the number that comes before the total. Okay, let's start by using our fingers to help us. If we have 6 and then we end up with 5 left, how many did we take away? Just 1. So what this rule is saying is that because the number 5 comes before 6, when we take 1 away, that's what we have left. It's still a little confusing, so we'll practice this one a few times. This time, let's hold up 4. If we start with 4, and then we end up with 3, how many fingers did we just take away? Just 1, right? 4 minus 1 leaves us with 3. All right, we're going to do that again. Let's see if I can get my animals right this time. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got it. We have 10 animals. If we have 9 left, how many animals did I take away? That's right, 1. And we would know that because you either saw me take it away or because we know 9 comes before 10. Now, if you're a visual learner like me, which means you need to see it to really understand, that's when the drawing is helpful. So I'm going to go back and draw a picture for this one. All right, here's what Robert Rabbit said in the story. Robert Rabbit wiggled his nose carefully. I had 6, now there's only 5 for me. That means just 1 has disappeared. 5 comes before 6. It's as we feared. So here's what we could do. We could draw our 6 carrots. When he came back, there were only 5. This is what he had left. 5 comes before 6, and we'll see that in just a minute using a number path. But also in my picture, I can see what I subtracted, which was 1. Still a little confusing. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, this one was really hard for me too, but we are so smart and we can do this. So let's try with one more strategy called a number path. You might also know it as a number line. So in this story, let me get my marker back. Robert Rabbit had 6. Then he ran off, came back, and he only had 5. This is where the number path is really helpful because I can look and see that the number 5 comes right before 6. So I know that only 1 was taken away because they're right next to each other. I could do this again with, let me change colors so it's a little easier. If I had 3 and I came back and there were only 2, because I know 2 comes right before 3, I know we only subtracted 1. Okay, and one more rule that we're going to practice, and let me tell you, this one is the trickiest. But I know that you can do it. Okay, so our chipmunk friend told us, when you subtract a number that is 1 less than the total, the answer is 1. I'm going to say that one again because it's a mouthful. When you subtract a number that is 1 less than the total, the answer is 1. Okay, so this is really the opposite of what we just learned with Robert Rabbit. I don't have an example from the story, but I bet you're smart enough to figure it out anyway. So let's give it a go. If I have 4 and I take away 3, I'm left with 1. We know that, right? So let's do it again. Do it with me. If you have 4 and we take away 3, we're left with 1. Okay, but why? Why does that work? We're going to do it again. Let's do something different. Let's try 5. Whoops. If I have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I take away 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm left with 1. Okay, and we'll try it again with an even bigger number, just to make sure, and then we'll figure out why. Let's count these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm left with 1. Okay, now let's go back to the board to figure out why that works. Okay, so the chipmunk is telling us that when we subtract a number that is 1 less than the total, the answer is 1. So let's pick a number. We're going to pick 8. Whoops, no we're not. Let's try that again. Okay, let's choose 8. So if we have the number 8 and we subtract a number that is 1 less than the total, well, what's 1 less than 8? Yeah, we're just going to go back 1, and that's 7. So if we subtract 7, then the answer is 1. Now I'm trusting I did that right, but I bet we should use a picture to make sure. So let's draw our circles. So 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. We're going to take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what do we have left? 1. That's right, because 7 is the number right before 8. I told you that would be the trickiest. Okay, now it's your turn to be math detectives, and we're going to do this a little differently. Okay, we are going to use a variety of strategies this time. We're going to use our fingers, we're going to use some toys that I brought, and then we'll end up writing on the board. Okay, so we have 3 different ways to practice these. One of these will probably be your favorite. My favorite is always using stuffed animals, but like I said, I need to see it sometimes as well. So you can tell me at the end which one was best for you. So let's pretend I have 7 apples. So first, let's hold up 7 fingers. Let's count to make sure we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 apples. I'm going to eat 2. How many apples do I have left? If you said 5 or you're holding up 5, you're exactly right. You can use your 5 and give yourself a pat on the back. All right, let's try it with our animals. I'm going to get this guy that I threw on the floor. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like our apples. We have 7 animals. We get rid of 2. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. And let's try one on the board. So same thing, same problem, and this is where we'll practice using a subtraction sentence. So we have 7 apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to go ahead and start my subtraction sentence here. I start with 7. Then I said, how many did I eat? That's right, just 2. I ate 2. So the sign I use when I subtract is a minus. So minus 2. I'll get my equal sign ready to tell me what I have left. And how many apples do I have left? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's read our math sentence together. 7 minus 2 equals 5. Nice job. All right, let's try another one. All right, so our next problem, let's go back to our fingers. We have 10 cookies. So hold up 10. That's all of them. We can count just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 cookies. We're going to give 4 to a friend. How many do we have left? Yeah, I heard some of you say 6. Let's count just to make sure you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. All right, this one we'll try with stuffies, and then we'll go to the next one and try it on the board. Here we go. We have, just kidding, we need all 10. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we have 10. How many are we giving to a friend? Just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many do we have left? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, good job. Let's try one last problem. And we'll do this one on the board after we do our hands. So let's pretend we're in class and we have 8 crayons. So let's hold up 8. All right, let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. And we're going to take away 3. We're going to lose 3 crayons. And how many do we have left? That's right. We have a whole hand, which is 5. And let's put it on the board with our math sentence just to make sure. So we have 8 crayons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go ahead and write my math sentence. So I'll start with 8, which is my total. That's what I have. How many crayons did we say we're losing? That's right. We lose 3. 1, 2, 3. So we'll put a minus 3. Get our equal sign ready. And what did we end with? That's right. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we were going to read this math sentence out loud, our subtraction sentence would be 8 minus 3 equals 5. Great job, little math detectives. All right, so just like our forest friends, we are using subtraction to solve problems. Now, we know math is all around us. So even at home, you can do some math. So I'm going to give you an activity that you can do with a close family member, a friend, a brother, or sister. And today I brought some spoons. So I took these from the cabinet, and let's count and see how many we have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That one flew off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm going to have to get number 10. Now we got them. Okay, so in the game that you can do at home, you're going to pick an object. It can be anything. I also brought buttons, and I have some little counters over here. You could use cereal, crackers. You could even use socks. Just maybe make sure they're clean. Okay, so I'm using spoons. What I'm going to do, and what you can do at home, is I'm going to close my eyes, and my family member is going to take away a few of the spoons. And then the game is that you have to figure out how many are left and write a matching sentence. So we're going to practice once. I'm going to show you. So we said I have 10 spoons. So I'm going to close my eyes, and then we're going to take away some spoons. Ready? Okay. So when I open my eyes, let's count and see how many we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how many did I start with? Yeah, that's right. I had 10. Okay, I think I might need my board for this. So I had 10. And there we go. I had 10. And how many were taken away? That's what I don't know. So some number was taken away. And how many do I have left? We said, how many? 8. That's right. Thank you. 8. So now I have to figure out how many my friend took away. Now, I can use my fingers. I can draw a picture. So I'm going to do both because we need to practice both. So let's start with our hands. We had 10. Now we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many fingers did I just put down? 2. So I'm wondering if that's how many spoons we took away. We'll check in just a minute. Let's draw a picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Nope. 9, 10. We have to start with the total. So the total was 10. Now, I was left with 8. So I want to keep these. So then how many did I take away? That's right, 2. So the number I took away is 2. Let's see. The spoons that were taken are 2. Great job. So again, your homework, your take-home activity is to ask a grown-up to help you, put out a number of 10 objects, any object you choose, close your eyes, have someone take away a few of them, open your eyes and count what you have left, and use subtraction to find out what's missing, just like what our friends did in their story today. All right, friends. So today we've looked at a lot of different things. We have figured out how to use subtraction to help us find what's missing. In our story, our friends were getting ready for what? A feast. That's right. And In their feast, they were gathering food, getting everything set up, and what happened? Yeah, they came back and some of the things were missing. And we found out that the chipmunk thought he was going to miss out, so he took away some of the food. Our friends used math and used subtraction to find out what was missing. And you helped me do that today as well, with stuffed animals, with spoons, with drawings on the board. So thank you so much for coming. Remember that your at-home challenge is to use an object, play the game, explain what happened, why did it work that way, draw your sentence, and then tune in next time, and I can't wait to see you. Bye, guys.